Good afternoon, my turtle ducks. Just in time for tea. Please help yourself. I've got sugar and honey and cream or lemon, and we've still got a little bit of cake left. I thought today we might talk about some of the differences between being polite and being professional. I think the most important distinction to make is that being professional should always mean being polite, but being polite does not always mean being professional. While I believe we should all strive to be polite as much as possible, professionalism is a tad less personal than the sort of polite we are more likely to use in everyday life. Professionalism just adds another level of separation or buffer between us and the other person. So, when would we use this level of politeness? Some situations may be obvious to you, such as work or school. However, some may be less so. You should also practice professionalism whenever you are representing a group or organization in any sort of public setting. For example, if you are part of a sports or gaming team and you go to a tournament or some other sort of competitive arena, it isn't always a professional situation, but it is one in which your actions may reflect upon both your team and whatever more general group you may represent, such as the sport or gaming community. Of course, anytime you are acting as a moderator, whether on a forum such as Reddit or for someone else's space such as Discord or Twitch, it is extremely important to uphold at least the same level of formality and professionalism as the people you are a moderator for. Well then, if professionalism is so versatile, why wouldn't we want to default to that level of politeness? To start with, because it is considered a higher level of formality, it is generally too high for everyday interactions. It can come across as cold and impersonal when used in more casual settings, particularly with friends, family, and those whom you might want to befriend. Then there's the impact in truly professional situations. If that is just how you behave in every situation, it can make those who know you outside of the professional world think that perhaps you take professionalism a little less serious, since you do not step up from your usual polite behavior. In general, it is good to familiarize yourself with at least three levels of politeness. Very casual, what you might use among close friends and family. Generally polite, what would be used with strangers and service workers. And professional, which you should reserve for the sorts of situations we discussed previously. If you have specific questions about whether a situation might be considered professional or not, or a question about how to respond in a professional way, please feel free to leave a comment or send me a telenym, and I'll do my best to answer. Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. I should go back to work. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, be kind, my little turtle ducks, to others and to yourselves.